one of the means by which God sanctifies spouses is through their suffering within the vocation, of which there's plenty. I think it was Francis de Sales said, marriage is the greatest form of mortification on earth, whereby opportunities to die to yourself are more frequent than in any other vocation. So what did you learn in your research in terms of how the saints harnessed the power of redemptive suffering within their vocation for the sanctification and vocation of their kids?
Sure. Yep. And, with John Paul II's fathers, he lost his wife, and then he lost 2 out of his 3 children. And it said he found his outlet in prayer. His grief was transformed in prayer. And, I put in my book that the greatest lesson that John Paul's dad gave him was really how to suffer well. And you could see that carried on in John Paul II's, in his pontificate throughout his whole life. And, in another saint I talk about is St. John of the Cross. And his father had married a lady that was below her class. And John of the Cross's father was pretty much denounced by his own parents. So here he grew up, his marriage they were totally poor, and he had trouble providing for his wife. And I think that led to John of the Cross to be able to embrace the cross, because he saw I think he was only a few years old when his dad died, but just that heroic, the ability to suffer well was clearly passed on to him. Other saints in there was I talk about Saint Jose Maria Escriva's father, and his father was cheated out of his business. They went from super wealthy to living in an apartment. And he ended up becoming a salesman, and even his St. Jose's seminarian brother was just shocked that he'd see how his dad had aged, because he'd be standing all day, and he ended up dying very young. And Jose said, I always saw my father with a smile on his face. He knew how to suffer with joy. And so these parents are that's how I think the greatest lesson they communicated to their children, outside of the devotional life, was how to suffer well, how to embrace the cross. And that's why you see Padre Pio, even St. John Vianney, whose parents are mentioned in there, they were able to carry out their vocations because their parents gave them that first lesson in the that domestic classroom, the school of suffering. So
no, this stuff is gold. Honestly, I can't wait dive into this thing. I'm just going to be bringing it in the morning to mass and reading it a little before or after. But tell the people where they can get a hold of this if they want to get a copy for themselves, or Christmas coming up for family or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jay. You can find it on my website, Contemplative Heart Press, and also Amazon. You can find it on both. There's a Kindle version and also the paperback version. And it's kind of neat. Just to add real quick, one of my friends, Sister Bethany Madonna, who on there, she's a vocations director, and she gets a lot of girls that come to her and say I don't know if I'm called to religious life. I kind of want to get married. And she goes, get married, go change the world. It's so I think that, when you read these saints, these parents, that they definitely, they inspire me. I kind of wrote it to teach me how to become a better husband and father. So.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that little clip, but if you want to see the whole episode where this came from, just click the link here. And in the meantime, we want to invite you to help us share this message, and there's a couple things you can do real quick. Number one, if you like or comment or share this video, YouTube will actually show it to more people. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We release videos every single day, and you'll be notified as soon as those come out. If you want to help us also to spread this message, you can support us at patreon.com/Jason Evert. That helps us to create these videos and show them to the whole world. God bless. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that little clip, but if you want to see the whole episode where this came from, just click the link here. And in the meantime, we want to invite you to help us share this message, and there's a couple things you can do real quick. Number one, if you like or comment or share this video, YouTube will actually show it to more people. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We release videos every single day, and you'll be notified as soon as those come out. If you want to help us also to spread this message, you can support us at patreon.com/Jason Evert. That helps us to create these videos and show them to the whole world. God bless.